and we are off on our big day excursion to the land of the loonies, the haven of the crystal loonies, in fact.
Turn
The
right at
vortex
the stop
points of the ley lines and the other complete and utter bullshit crap these people make up to sell bullshit to tourists. However, it's a very pretty place. So, it sort of makes up for it.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right on North Black Canyon Highway.
It's about 90 minutes to 2-hour drive from here. The GPS says it's exactly 2 hours from here. But we're traveling to Sedona, which I don't actually know where that is in Sedona. It's just wherever the GPS says, that's Sedona. I've got half a tank of gas. Shouldn't even remotely be a problem, but I guess maybe I should get some gas just to make it official.
We're going up the hill.
Yeah, all right, fine, we're going up a hill. We'll get gas.
Oi, 你在做什么?
The rester is hopping today. Kind of surprised since it's Thursday. A lot of traffic on the road.
That in the background. Yeah, sure. If I can get it again, here's that dark. Yeah.
There's still snow in the distance in those are the San Francisco peaks. We are not going there. Snow is bad.
Oi. Sedona.
This kind of traffic can suck the enjoyment out of anything at all. Anything. At least we're looking at pretty mountains, but they haven't moved since we got here. And the traffic hasn't much either. We've arrived at a place called the Hideaway House, which is Italian food, and I'm starving. And frustrated and annoyed and irritated. And I can't believe how many people are here on a weekday.
Let me just check the right. Back in the second.
Oak Creek Canyon. It's a damn pretty place, as is the whole area. Unfortunately, it's a damn nightmare place too, because of all the cars, humans, and more humans. And the cars that come with the humans. Indian Gardens, home site of the first settler in Oak Creek Canyon. In 1876 or 1877, Jim Thompson built a log cabin here and began cultivating the old Indian gardens where the Indians had grown corn and squash long before Oak Creek was known to white men. Thompson remained here at his Indian Gardens and ranch until his death in 1917. So, when it says home site of the first settler, they're completely and utterly dismissing all the actual people who lived here before that. That is fucking white imperialism. That's Oak Creek behind me. There's, this is going to shock you, quite a lot of oak tree along this creek, hence the name. And which shed leaves, and in the fall this place is a great scenic drive. You can move at 1.5 miles an hour for, I don't know, 15 miles through the leaves. Never done that because where is the fun in driving at that speed through a bunch of leaves? Don't quite understand it. There's Michelle. She's here too. We're still continuing up. We've passed the pine tree line. It's amazing how much cooler it is, and therefore, in this weather, quite a bit nicer. It's in the low 70s. And I think this is access to the stream. Well, we walked down the hard way, but apparently this is the campground right over there. Which, now, that's a very nice campground. I have to say, right here on the river, wow. Creek. And I'm going to find out if the water's cold. Are you ready? Let's hope we can do this without making an embarrassing mess of ourselves. I wouldn't want to take a dip in it, but it's not hideously cold. Yeah, this spot's very pleasant. Very pleasant indeed. Very relaxing. Although they brought it, none of them put suntan lotion on, and neither have I. That's a bad sign. And that behind me is Slide Rock itself. Basically a natural water slide formed out of the sandstone in the canyon. Doesn't look bad, but the water is a bit cold. I think I'd rather wait to July manacled. She's stuck. Not going anywhere. And as we approach Sedona again, the traffic once again sucks all the joy out of life. By the way, that's not my Prius 4 cars ahead. That's an identically colored and modeled one. Well, since last we check that date and time there on the screen. We've traveled 1 whole mile. 1 mile. And over here is the Prius he's giving up. I had a free range, no growth hormone, no antibiotic hamburger. Actually, I had a bacon cheeseburger. I am thoroughly convinced that all flavor in beef comes from the hormones and the antibiotics, because that was the single most no flavor at all burger I've ever had, without doubt. We're at the last rest area on the way home. And this car over here, to my left, we have been following for, well, following's the wrong word. When you're on a 2-lane freeway and the speed limit is 75, if you're doing 75 or more, you're on the left. And if you're doing under 75, you're on the right. And in fact, you should be on the right if you're doing 75, assuming that you aren't running up behind people who are going slower. Right? It's a courtesy. This guy would sit and ride in the left, and he'd be doing about 74, 73. And he'd mysteriously put brakes on at times for no obvious reasons. So I'd be running up behind him at 75 on cruise control, and then then he'd get over, and as soon as he'd get over, he'd speed up to about 76 or 77 in the wrong lane. And he did this 3 or 4 times in the course of the last 40 miles. And it was an enormous effort of will for me not to go over and punch, actually, her in the face. So, anyway, hopefully we're done with them now. Maybe they'll be having a nice long something in the toilet. And we're on our way home. 43 miles from home, and suddenly we've got a 22-minute delay added on to our journey time due to accident, construction, not sure what, but you can see it stretch off into the distance and over the hill. There's police lights up there somewhere, so there's at least some portion of it is an accident. And it is a construction zone. So, glad we gave Ollie an extra bowl of food earlier today. He's probably worried about us by now.